That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
Nah, shit.
So what happens? Is she gonna come out like a trapdoor?
Good question.
You can't get out of
Come
this,
out.
so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Y'all didn't believe me until 5 seconds ago.
Over.
Yeah.
Over.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Did you really think the
Okay.
story would end once we reached the climax of the case?
Yes.
I mean, we still have falling action to deal
Wrong! There's still plenty
Ah,
more
shoot,
to
you're
go!
with. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh. Okay, that was kinda lame. What's up? Nice to meet you.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
Oh no.
You swear your fealty to us. We will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking.
If she talks like this the whole time, I'm gonna kill
Will
my...
you serve under us?
No thanks, bro.
Nah.
Oh,
Nah,
did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
Thank you, and fuck you.
It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's... the real Junko Inoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free.
Real quick.
Oh, you wanna see if that changed?
It did not.
That's weird.
Having
I do
to
like the
play
Monokuma
Monokuma
hair
all the
braid
time,
things, whatever.
day after day.
Yeah, you're right.
It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
It's because you
Huh?
talk so slowly?
What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
I feel
Well,
like
chihuahuas are ugly.
this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere. It was definitely before I got to this school.
Thanks for answering the damn question.
I got it!
What the fuck?
That's right! It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover.
Oh, son of a bitch!
And you were on it!
Along with some really badly edited text.
You see, I didn't even think
Wow,
it looked
you
that
have
different.
a
I
really
thought that
good
was just the
memory.
style of the artwork.
I guess
Nope.
that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
Oh, the Photoshop thing?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
What was the
Two
direction
people
this
can
voice
never
actor was
become
given?
one as long as the walls of mind
bored
and
as
body
fuck.
exist.
No, I'm not joking. Like,
Oh my
actually.
Not even if they're twins.
Twins!
And also, fuck this right here. This makes no sense. I don't like it.
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it.
Despite having
Yeah.
completely different last names, apparently they're twins.
Yeah, wait, this would make sense if they looked the same.
Yeah, like, I don't...
But
how
they're
does
fraternal
that...
twins and they have different last
And
names.
they have
so
different
what's
last
the point?
names. Like, okay, one is one thing, but, like, Mukuro's family was discussed in detail in the article. Like, her family disappeared. And nowhere did it say she had a twin.
I guess this kind of gives motive for them to work together.
Yeah, it does, but also... what the fuck is the
Actually-
logic in saying that they're actually twins? Like, I don't...
So basically, Mukuro
Okay,
and
yeah,
I
you
had
didn't
your
have to say they're twins, you
stereotypical
could just say they're
twin
sisters.
relationship.
Yeah,
The older
or...
sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
This is her other voice. Which, by the way, she has 2 voice actors. And I'm not talking about, like, her when she, like, Mukuro pretending to be Junko. I'm talking about this Junko has 2 voice actors. That is how much range they needed.
Okay, interesting.
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
What the fuck?
She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
Oh, shit.
That again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's me
common
getting
sense.
bored dumbass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
See, they don't even answer it.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
The fuck?
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after
This bitch
looking
is
at the
putting Toko to
situation,
shame.
I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family, leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was
Those are the same
atrociously
thing.
clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away. Which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring.
I forgot about this one.
So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations.
I'm sure Hagakure and Asahina are, like, super annoyed that they have to be standing right next to her. They're just like, oh my god, get me away from this crazy woman.
Nope. I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's not true at all.
Jesus.
We're twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited.
Is that?
Is that what?
Wait, no, go. Have her say something else.
Killing my precious sister with my own two hands. That act
Is that
was
Tara?
filled with so much despair.
Sorry?
You can't help but put a super in front of it.
The voice actor, is that Tara Strong?
2 seconds, I'm going to look it up. I'm like 99.9% positive it is not.
If not, I've definitely heard this voice before.
I know who one of the voice actors is. One of them is, hang on a sec. Yeah, one of them is Aaron Fitzgerald. The other one is Amanda Celine Miller. So Aaron Fitzgerald has been in a lot of things.
Yeah, hang on. I'm looking at it myself. I'm getting the anime voice actor. Alright. Yeah, what else has Aaron done?
Oh, she's Chie from Persona 4. Huh. I did not realize that. Or at least, one of them. Yeah, holy crap. She has been... Oh, that's funny. She actually shared another voice acting role with of the same character with Amanda Celine Miller in a different thing. Oh snap! Amanda Celine Miller is the voice of Boruto. What? Well, that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's who it is. We're getting sidetracked. Alright.
Shit happens.
Yep.
It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that.
I don't know who's who, though. Like, I don't know when it's one and when it's the other. I think, like, the Queen voice is Aaron Fitzgerald. I'm pretty sure the Queen voice is Aaron Fitzgerald, because I think I've heard... Because Aaron Fitzgerald also played a character in 2064 Read Only Memories, which I played earlier. Hey! Plug. But anyway. But that voice sounds very similar to that one. So that's probably her. I don't know which of the other voices are Amanda Celine Miller, though.
Super, 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 super despair. It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
That delivered. What the hell is wrong with you?
And my sister, in that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
And yeah, actually, despair fetish is probably the most accurate way you could describe this.
Yeah.
Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts.
I've read that as a whole novel
Whole novel of nuts. That sounds like something Toko would write.
So, I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic.
Doubt.
I'm the
Yeah.
hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
Doubt.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow!
Hey, that doesn't sound like me at all! Rude! Geez, you could at least do a more fitting impression, God!
You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight! That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries.
That damn straight sounds like something uncharacteristic for Makoto to say.
Yeah, but it was still badass.
Yeah, it was
We'll
still
have our
badass.
victory.
Okay, that was weak.
Can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance day exams.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Lockers, I think. They may play into it later. The motives.
I got it! You're talking about the motives you provided to try and get us to kill each other, right?
So you do remember after all. Well,
H.
I would hope you wouldn't forget something so important.
I think that's Amanda Celine Miller, this voice.
It was stupid of me to even ask. I apologize from the bottom of my heart for my bad manners. So then, let me ask you another question. Did you notice that each motive I presented you had a specific theme to it?
A theme?
Death.
Yep, you got it. So that's my
Despair.
question to you all.
I mean, yeah.
When Sayaka was murdered, what was the theme of the motive I presented?
Death of loved ones. Human connections.
I got it! The driving force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys?
God, I love this deadpan delivery.
Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family.
Hello, game.
Oh.
Game? Game?
Keyboard?
Okay, there.
For example, your friends. I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question!
I was about to say, she's getting me real GLaDOS vibes.
Yeah. It's my personal belief that that just deadpan, bored as fuck, is her, like, true personality. For reasons, they elaborate on it in, like, side media and that kind of thing.
That, and she also talks about getting bored a lot.
Yeah, bored
so.
really easily.
I mentioned how we... the meaning of life.
The meaning of life.
Oh shit.
I'm doing my very best to hide my irritation. I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't hear that.
Shoot.
Shoot!
Shoot!
I got it!
The past.
It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah! And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question. So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Money, money, money. Greed. A new
It was
outlook.
money, wasn't it? Greed.
A new outlook with extra money.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again! Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain. Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Honor. Betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
But what's the point?
What
What
are the
meaning is
mushrooms in
there
her
in
hair
asking those
for?
questions now?
That's just a trope, I guess, is like, you know, when characters are sad or like upset by something, they have mushrooms growing on their head. I don't understand it, but it's a thing.
Relationships, secrets, money, betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
Well, you're talking about Makoto now.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth. They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And
Get some
that
existential
nourishment
stuff here.
is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours?
Togami is me.
Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
She looks like a character from Trauma Center.
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you thinking, John?
There's nowhere to escape to, is there?
What do you mean?
So, like, if she said she took our memories away to give us hope, which means that were we involved in the tragedy beforehand and she wiped memories of that?
An interesting theory. Let's find out.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair. I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
What is that a reference to?
It's just like car dealers in general.
Really? Then hurry up and tell us. Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
The outside world?
The world beyond the school walls?
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You want to see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I want to see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame! Behold, the world beyond the school walls! This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
You maniacs! You blew it up! God damn you to hell! I'm sorry, I had to. I saw the Statue of Liberty, I'm like, I have to.
The Statue of Liberty, it is a mandatory joke. Whatever.
Please tell me they reference it too.
The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
Makoto was like, what the?
None of this makes any sense!
Makoto's like, what the worst Photoshop I've ever fucking seen.
What am I looking at?
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
Specifically a movie where a guy kneels on the beach and goes, "You maniacs!"
Blew it up.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Oh, haven't thought of that before.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die. I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial!
Wait, what? You mean the final testimony?
Nah.
Do we still? Don't tell me we still have an hour left.
We might.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed us, I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
If nobody can remember anything, this is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
I think was that second to last one. I'm not sure.
What? That nobody can remember anything?
Yeah.
So here's what true bullets we have. Shit, I actually forgot what we have.
Come on, bitches!
Okay.
Remember or die!
No, he hasn't forgotten.
Yeah. To remember
or whatever. When it comes to that creep, I don't understand. What's the meaning? Is this another one of?
I mean, what am I supposed to be?
Nobody.
No, that's wrong.
Oh shit.
Actually, she might remember.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
Jack or Jill, pick one.
The two of
It's
them
really
share
pissing me
certain
off.
kinds of
Yeah.
knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her? No! Absolutely not! That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity!
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer!
Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
What?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you!
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen.
Aye, aye! Roger, you got it, Captain!
Is that the Purge?
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but... Of course it does!
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier?
I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know?
Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
A tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Just answer the question. What happened out there?
Well, I can't really say if it happened or if it's still happening, but it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Why is that phrase coming up now?
Because it's all because of that event.
What is?
Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
You spilled some Maze Runner bullshit on us, didn't you?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful, tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster. Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
That told me absolutely nothing.
Come on! There wasn't a single description in there!
Yeah, he's like, okay, really?
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Morose saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel. Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right? The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome.
There's a sleep in your face.
The world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every
It's the perfect time to panic.
Get in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Jesus.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
They rose.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
Oh, you're sick, alright.
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop? And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago!
Hold on! That doesn't make any sense!
Huh? I don't make sense?
There's no way that happened a year ago! I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago!
Have you forgotten the amnesia? Oh,
Some
wait.
kind of world-ending event happened a year ago. Then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago.
A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it. You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
What?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
I understand why you'd have trouble
delivery.
accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God.
Some people do.
So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
How are we supposed to answer?
I I just don't know what's going on anymore.
How are we supposed to answer? I don't know. Multiple choice comes up.
Yeah.
Our life at Hope's Peak.
I got it!
The entire past.
If we accept that what you say is true.
The entire past, everything, the history of the universe has been erased.
Then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
That was a very good delivery.
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
It played the damage sound effect.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life. That's not possible!
I want to think that too, but nothing's happened. But that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But we have to accept it.
Make your argument.
Wait, what else is? Oh my god.
2 years worth of memories. I could never lose something like that.
Locker.
2 years?
Pocketbook?
Hell no! That's impossible!
Just to clarify what that is.
That's Kyoko's book.
Kyoko's.
Yeah, that's the one.
Alright. Oh.
I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just surreal.
Never mind.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Everyone's so conflicted!
2 years worth of memories.
You know where it is?
I could never lose something like that.
You've been living here for hell no! I mean,
I haven't gone to any. Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
No, that's wrong. Hero, there's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh?
It's convenient that he's the one that said that.
Yeah,
Why
thank
is my
goodness.
name written on
Otherwise, I couldn't have refuted it. Otherwise, this evidence would have been completely useless.
If you don't mind, could
I
you
can
take a look
only use
inside?
the evidence when it is 100% relevant. I can't change the order of the discussion at all.
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
Wuzza, is something wrong?
Wuzza!
It's
Wuzza?
similar. No, even more than that. This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
She's got a sleeve in her face again.
Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored. Explaining stuff is boring.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
What?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
When I fainted.
I got it! The moment I lost my memories, I can't think of any time other than that day.
Where the room became frozen yogurt.
Of this school and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh? So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on a desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You'd think, like, you know, something would change, you know, like your voice would get deeper, like you'd grow taller, like...
You got it, honey! 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time. Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other, but
by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school.
All character growth had been
That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other. And it was all so you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
Oh!
I love you all so much.
Whoa.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it! All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair! Our plan to bring despair to all mankind!
No fucking way.
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay? Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst! Everyone was enjoying themselves so much! You were all having the time of your lives!
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing. Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon. Everyone is capable of it, and now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors.
And just so you know, that was intended to clarify that, no, we were not the cause of this.
Damn it.
Like, we did not participate in this.
The members
yeah, because that line beforehand made it seem like it.
Yeah.
One's left.
And then, something super neat happened! Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once!
Oh shit, were we the only ones that survived because we were on the bottom floor?
I don't...
It's like we have to go upstairs to the other dorms and whatnot.
No. And actually, it's a tradition in Japanese schools that actually the first years have all their classes on the top floor. So then as you get farther and farther in school, you have to climb fewer and fewer sets of stairs. And it becomes more convenient the longer you stay in school. That's just the way that they're designed, typically.
Interesting.
So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter! That's right! It was transformed into a shelter!
What the fuck?
I said it twice!
Now,
bad
someone
writing.
was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
The headmaster. The Prime Minister.
Prime Minister.
Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise. To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope, that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake. It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea.
Also, this is a badass wallpaper.
Yeah.
He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school. So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair. I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits. Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And
I still want to know how exactly you gave us.
Game.
Say it again?
I still want to know how exactly she gave us it.
She gave what?
She gave us. I want to know exactly how she gave us it.
You cut out again.
What the fuck? Amnesia.
Amnesia. Ah.
Me and Mukuro had come here.
I don't know if they explain that or not.
Waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You let us live so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
Why? Why would you do that?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
Hangman's Games.
Broadcast or something like that. Oh wait. What? Hijack? High sack, high knack, high deck.
Now I understand.
It's a weird word to use. For
Yeah.
this one.
You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another. Despair is as contagious as any disease. Any hope left turns to despair.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
Expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too! Like right fucking now!
Truthful despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all. Meaningless? Then we've been murdering each other? For nothing?
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
Get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right? We get it already! So help us! I'll do anything! Just help me!
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Ouch.
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself. So I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying? If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all goners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you. For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed? What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Oh, yes! That's funny as shit!
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple. You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it. You pushed us all into a corner. It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh? But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did you? Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish hope, well then, I'll consider that a win for me and punish everyone on the side of hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry. I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay.
This
No
seems
one
really
would
stupid.
actually vote to kill themselves.
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
You mean we just...
We'd have to just live here?
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me and make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
Well, if we don't like it, we could just come back
No
inside.
matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down! Makoto, you're up!
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence?
This is so stupid.
Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
No, that's not it.
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
Guys? It's so
Oh my
beautiful.
God.
Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
I mean, to be fair, this is some really fucked up shit.
Besides,
Yeah.
Yoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right?
Jeez.
That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
Speech, 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 speech.
Nobody's
There we
gonna
go.
give in to this plan. We're not gonna lose to you.
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh? Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
Let's go. I thought we were just gonna vote. I didn't know we were gonna make another testimony.
Nope.
Okay.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy. By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Jesus.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt.
This is what they were talking
In
about.
other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come
So
to an
if
end.
we kill her, we cannot stay here.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting. So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
What the hell? What are we supposed to do here?
Well, none of the truth bullets seem particularly relevant.
So we gotta absorb one.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give
That
up.
one. Absorb. That's a really, really big hint.
That would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
So we're gonna have to fire hope into each one of the ellipses.
Damn right.
Don't lose hope now.
Don't lose hope now.
All my fortune-telling senses are telling me not to leave this place. But to live means moving forward, right? So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we? I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me. So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll
Skip.
never give up.
Oh.
If I
You have
were
to do that
die,
every time?
Yes, you do.
that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I wonder if it gets to
Look at
20
it, it
minutes.
changed.
By the way, the air outside, the only reason is thanks to the air.
Don't lose hope now.
I've been thinking about all this. And I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do? You only
Kick
get
Juko's
stronger by
ass.
taking adversity
Yeah.
by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right? No. I think that's definitely what she'd say. Which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to doubt, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air purifier. Say whatever you want. I've made my decision. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all been living will...
Meh.
Meh.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting. Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. But no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
We won't give up.
Okay.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to doubt, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want if I die. In other words, the communal life you've all been living will... I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love! All of you will have to go into the world outside.
Don't lose hope now.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you? Ridiculous.
It's not like I asked for your help, but Baka.
It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't
You say
misunderstand
something nice
me.
for once.
I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
You were saying?
Bullshit.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive.
See, that's what we're looking for.
Restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known.
We won't give up. As long as
No,
there's
now
hope, we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I'm gonna let this run straight through.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
Say whatever you want. I've made my decision.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master's love!
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
I already said I would claim the Mastermind's life, by whatever means necessary.
So, what are you gonna do? Will you just die? Is that what you want?
Don't lose hope now.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving in. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
Aww. Are you serious?
By the way, you done fucked up, Spike.
Wait, what the fuck?
Special ability. They put it in
I know.
wrong. This is a programming error. I believe it was in the original, like the Japanese version as well. It was not in the Japanese version. But when they localized this game, they put the text in the wrong place. That's supposed to be changed to say Ultimate Hope, but they screwed it up. And now I believe if we check... Okay, yeah, see, it was supposed to switch both of them, but it didn't.
What the hell?
So it was supposed to have changed his report card to say he is now the Ultimate Hope.
What the hell are you?
Unless that's a plot twist.
Nice.
So uncool. Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other. It's all so uncool, so unhip.
Just the opposite.
Shut up! Lame.
Still. Oh, again?
It's time.
Oh, this one.
You suck! What do you want? So uncool! You dare to stand against us! Hope is a joke! Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
You're gross! Suffer from despair!
I just love despair!
You suck! What do you want? So uncool!
You're unbearable!
Hope is a joke! Who are you?
Would you like to die?
You're gross! Suffer from despair! Everything is pointless!
Despair into tomorrow.
Hope keeps on going.
I believe that was a perfect run of that minigame. I've never done that before.
Yeah, I noticed that. He's not missing anything.
Oh my god, I was in the zone there.
I refuse to despair! Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
What's going on? What's happening?
A, B, A. Hey. Cool.
It looks
Glad
like
we don't get to use
reached
this.
the end. I think it may be time to vote.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
Lechu's been conveniently added to the slot machine last minute.
I made a last minute change. It's fine.
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
Or should I say, Junko?
Yeah. I lost? Me? No way!
Well, that's just...
It can't be!
You still don't accept it.
Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use of trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
Damn it. Huh?
So this is despair.
We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now
To come this far and fail at the very end.
True despair.
The most ultimate despair.
What are you talking about?
And now
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was bored of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It is my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. To have the chance to taste the highest grade despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
True despair.
I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway,
So are you prepared to admit defeat? You think I care whether I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair, inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you.
That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong.
Ha.
Don't make me repeat
Let me
myself.
tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we've decided to enter the outside world with hope. Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Everyone!
hey,
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease,
however,
but the same is true of hope. All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is.
Kyoko!
No.
Stop it! Stop! I hate those faces you're making! To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain!
There's one last thing.
Fine. Let me just say one last thing. If you guys want to get all hung up on the word hope, there's no skin off my nose. But just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope, But there is a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope?
Of course, because we...
Shut up! Shut up! That was a rhetorical question! You interrupted my monologue! I'm almost done now, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
It can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? God damn it, even to the end. That was the agreement, right?
I'm just so... I'm just eager, okay? Hold on!
It is pretty hype.
It's not like I want you to die, you don't...
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in life. So...
Don't get in my way!
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful. Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair. I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
I've reserved an extra special punishment for last. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment
Oh no.
Well, you better strap in.
Jesus. She went through the gauntlet, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's how everything came to an end. The final class trial. Junko Yoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. Ooh.
You better believe we're not ending here.
Hopefully this won't take a half an hour. But even after seeing it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. It wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. We felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end,
Hey,
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave.
do not be surprised it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Makoto, would you do the honors?
Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took out the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But, is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out. She said that just before dropping it. It makes sense that it would be our way out of here.
But
You never know, maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically she let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that.
Maybe!
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think we wouldn't take our chances with it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
There's nothing to worry about!
My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to Master, I'd take my scissors and jam them so far up!
Okay.
Huh?
Thank God.
Huh? Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind?
It's all over. We're just about to leave the school.
What? Leave? We can go outside?
He then spent 30 minutes explaining everything to Toko.
Yeah. Then, that means me and Master can get married? And then he'll give me the little jewel of a baby.
That's
Alright,
enough.
open up the door, let's go!
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
but
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about. But, you know, in the end, I think a part of me still thinks, I almost said stinks.
serious?
Maybe when we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of the door is a world as peaceful as we remember. A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we're meant to live. Yeah, I guess so. And how do I put this? Unlike the school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. But there's also lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act of searching for hope, to try and find it, that by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto?
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it.
I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty. I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
You got it!
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Good luck with that.
Aw. And what are you going to do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. If there's no flour, I'll grow some wheat. Ah, I get it now. That's how food is made. If there's no road, you just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be...
That's my hope.
How about that?
I've reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yashihiro Hakagara's life story is about to begin.
Woo!
Thanks, Hina. You've totally opened my eyes. Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto.
Give him a
on,
hug.
Makoto.
Jesus.
Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there and do something, have some sort of impact.
But what can we do? There's so few of us. We're so small. What can we do? No. You know what? We could probably do anything. Yeah, we can do it.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura. But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know. I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing. I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
Huh. Looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up. I have to push even harder. Going to keep moving forward with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world can move ahead. The door began to open. With my hands. With our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. Yep, that's what I thought.
And these
See you in 3 years, everybody.
Yep, see you in 3 years. And these are the Japanese voice actors, not the English ones, obviously. So. Also, this song is probably not the one they used in the original version of the game, because they always use copyrighted Japanese music for the ending. Oh no, this is Megumi Ogata. Okay, so this person singing is Makoto's Japanese voice actor. I know you can't really hear it, but
I can pretty much hear it.
Also, Nobuyo Oyama. If you don't know who that is, that's the original Japanese voice actor for Doraemon. which, again, I don't know if you know who that is.
I have no idea who that is, bro.
That's a really, really big voice actor. So, what did you think?
That was amazing.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was really good. That was really good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. You want to wait a while before we do the second one, or you want to jump in? I mean, not today, obviously, but like.
Yeah, no, I got a couple of weeks before I head home. I'm graduation's on Saturday, and then
really?
we have like an end of year trip for a week, and then I go home.
Gotcha. Well, whenever you're ready to do the second game, you just hit me up.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my god.
Oh man, I forgot. I always forget. For me, again, speaking as someone who's played all the games in the series, I always thought that the first game was kind of the weakest, but it's never as bad as I remember. All the complaints I've had, there's a lot you can say, there's a lot you can criticize. It's indicative of the fact that this was the first game in a series. It matured over time. It kind of, at first, had trouble figuring out what it wanted to be. Shoryuken! So, I think it had a little bit of trouble trying to figure out what it wanted to be, how it wanted to get there, how it wanted to get its message across.
Oh, it's always like that with games in the series. It's like, you have a great idea, and you execute it pretty good, but then there's also, like, along the way, there's also some ideas that don't work out exactly how you want it, that are always ironed out better in the sequel.
Yeah. Reaction. I think that was probably the biggest disappointment out of everything. I would say that the React system was just the biggest disappointment out of this game. I've said it before, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but poorly implemented. They really should have just scrapped it entirely. There is only linear progression, so I think they should have scripted the series, or rather scripted this game, just to keep it linear. They shouldn't have thrown in a system that was designed for non-linear progression or non-linear story and thrown it into a linear game. It's obviously that wasn't the original intention, but oh, interesting, they're using the Japanese CG. So, but yeah, other than that, I think, again, the localization, there are some typos, there's some inconsistency, and there's some just general jankiness that I have, from what I've talked with other people, a lot of this apparently is to blame of the team that, or rather the whole group that localized it, which is NISA, or Nippon Ichi Software America. From, again, I haven't seen too many games that they translated other than the Danganronpa series, but according to people I've talked to, they have not a great track record. But, all things considered,
they're doing their best.
Yeah, depending on who you ask.
Ah, crap.
Interesting. Things are getting very interesting indeed.
Weren't you crushed?
Yeah, I thought so too, but...
Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear. I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
Bullshit. Oh, yay!
We got an Easter egg.
Alright.
And with that, we unlock school mode, which is basically, hey, remember all those people that died before you could finish their social link? Or, I keep calling it social link. Their free time events? Now, you can finish interacting with them at your leisure. But,
So see you in the sequel, everybody!
yeah, see you in Danganronpa 2, because it's coming. Maybe it'll wait a little while, but it is coming. And we hope to see you there along with us. But until then, if you're looking for other stuff to do, you can check out our actual internet website, GameCola.net. And of course, you've been watching us here on the GameCola.net YouTube channel, GCDotNet. That's the letter G, the letter C, the word dot, and the word net. And we've got all sorts of other series that you would probably enjoy. I recommend the Ace Attorney playthroughs if you want something with a similar feel. And of course, you can check us out on social media. Just search for GameCola. We're on Twitter and Facebook. And you can, of course, check out the GameCola podcast, available on iTunes and, of course, on our actual internet website. And until next time, I've been James Pelster.
And I am John Rizzi.
And we will see you guys next time.
Game on.
Bye-bye!